Hello, welcome back. Today I'm going to do a little bit of candle magic with you. Candle magic is really beneficial for times when you really need to do some quick energy shifting or sending. And so the situation I came up with that I wanted to do some candle magic for was one of those such situations. Today, I'm also going to be doing some magic that is for a cause that's very close to my heart. And this is not meant to be a political statement, but the suffering we're seeing right now in March, early March of 2022 in Ukraine, and for Ukrainians everywhere really, is just something that I feel magic could help. Of course, magic works in tandem with the mundane, so anything we can do to be helpful, contributing funds, making statements and going and volunteering physically for things will also be very important for us to do to help these people. But this is a time when I feel that magic could be very beneficial to send the energy that way. I've been sending Reiki because I am a Reiki master, and I've been sending Reiki to them, but I felt like today I wanted to do a little extra magic and do some candle magic to help the people and the country. And so my spell is going to be for Ukraine, for victory and success, whatever that might look like, and peace and healing, however that needs to happen. And of course, I always try to phrase my spell work to include that this be done for the highest good. So if you are of like mind, perhaps you like to do something similar, and I'll show you the steps. I'll go through what I'm going to do, and you can either use what I did or adapt it or come up with something of your own. Also, if you know somebody else that might be interested in doing this type of spell, please feel free to share this video with them. So let's get started, okay? So I've got my supplies here, and I thought it was appropriate that I had a yellow candle and a blue candle. These are the colors of the Ukrainian flag. Also, yellow is a good color that I like to use in candle magic for success and victory. And I have a blue candle, which can be used for peace and also for healing. So that worked out really well. So I would say use 2 jar candles. They're very easy to come by. We can buy them here in the supermarket a lot of the time. Be sure to cleanse them. I like to rinse mine off in cold water. Take any kind of a label off of them, even a price tag or whatever is stuck on there. You want to get that off and make sure they've been cleansed that way. And then I often would cleanse them energetically, either with smoke or with sound. Either one will work really great. You want to do that with all your spell supplies, remember. Now remember that if you're not familiar with spellcraft, go back and watch my other videos on spell casting, because it's good to have that background, and that should cover a lot of things that you might have questions about. You'll also need a white ribbon. I chose white, and a pen or a marker for writing on the ribbon. And if you choose, you can use some oils. I have an oil for success and another one that's been blended for healing. And I would dress the yellow candle with the success oil, and I would dress the blue candle with the healing oil. And what I like to do is I just drop 3 drops of oil in there, and then I take my index finger and I go around 3 times to dress the candle. That's how I do it for a jar candle, okay? Because I don't do the outside glass, I do the wax itself, okay? Do the same with the healing oil, 3 drops of healing oil, and trace a circle 3 times around. I would start at the top and go 3 times around to anoint that candle, to dress that candle, okay? Now, on the ribbon, in the very center, and you can fold it in half, okay, I was going to measure this, but it should be a ribbon that's going to go wrap around the candle, the 2 candles together, with enough space to do 3 of this type of a knot, okay? Or it's not a knot, of a tie. You're going to tie it 3 times, okay? So you just want to measure it out, and you want it to be wide enough so you can write on it, okay? So a really skinny ribbon isn't going to work out. This is grosgrain ribbon, but any type of ribbon is fine. In the center, I wrote Ukraine. Looks backwards on there, doesn't it? And then on the side where the blue candle will be, I wrote peace and healing. And on the other side of Ukraine, I wrote victory and I wrote success. So those are my keywords, my intention for the spell. All right, and of course, in my other videos, I mentioned that you need to create a sacred space around you, cleanse all of your materials that you're going to be using, gather everything together, call in any energies that you're going to be working with. In this particular case, if you work with angels, Archangel Michael is a patron of Kiev in Ukraine, and a lot of the people in Ukraine call on him when I'm sure there's a lot of them calling on Archangel Michael right now for protection and help and healing. But any energies that you feel would be helpful to your working this magic, you might want to call into your sacred space. Okay, all those who are of good intent, beneficial, wanting to help out for the highest good. Okay, so you got your 2 candles together. They've been dressed. You're going to tie. I'm doing this backwards. It would normally be facing me. Okay, so you're going to be tying it 1 time, and as you tie make the first tie, you say, by knot of 1, the spell's begun. Tie it another time and say, by knot of 2, these words are true. Now, you will say whatever it is that's your intention. You can make up a little verse. It doesn't have to necessarily rhyme, or it can if you want to, or you may just speak from your heart and say something like, it is my intent to send out energy to help in the Ukraine and the Ukrainian people to achieve victory and success, as well as peace and healing at this time in their history. And with the 3rd knot, you say, by knot of 3, so mote it be. At this point, you would light your candles, and I'm not going to light them right now because I plan to go and do this spell privately. Remember, you want to focus on doing this in privately and not go around and talk about your spell work a lot to other people. I'm just sharing my method with you, but the spell I'm going to do in private. Okay, so do this in a quiet place where you can focus your energy. And at this point, the candles are burning, and I'm going to create a sphere of energy above them, and I will visualize what it is I'd like to achieve with this spell work. You might envision people the way you would like to see them. Happiness, people hugging each other, people playing with their kids, little kids being able to go to school, people having enough to eat, people having a roof over their head. Just all the things that you would like to visualize happening for the Ukrainian people and for the country of Ukraine. And when you feel the energy has built up, you can simply release that energy into the cosmos. And then put your candles somewhere where they can burn safely. I like to set up a little area inside of my fireplace. If you're not able to do that, just burn them for 15 minutes at a time when you can supervise them and be around and make sure everything's safe. But do be safe with this, okay? And I hope you do something to help out in this crisis and in this situation that we're all going through right now. And remember that we're working this magic for the highest good of all concerned. And so good luck with your spell work. This could be adapted to any type of purpose that you might like, but this is just the spell work that I'm going to be doing, that I'm doing today, and I wanted to share it with you. So until next time, blessed be.